Hi, my Aries friends. Welcome to your November 2024 astrology forecast. Thank you for joining me. The month of November is a pretty interesting month. Starts out with some pretty difficult energy, but it's all for our good in the end. Even when we have difficulties, it's usually to help us grow. Sometimes we can't grow without having problems to solve and having things difficulties so that we can learn from them. But this month starts out kind of with a bang with on November 1st, there's going to be a new moon in Scorpio. And that's in your eighth house of power and control, debt, taxes, what we get from others, like inheritance, money from our own business. Then at the same time, on November 1st, there is a Mars-Pluto opposition. And Mars is in Cancer right now, so that is your fourth house of home and family and real estate. So there may be power struggles or arguments or even fights in that area. It's important to be cognizant of what we say so that we don't start anything, because it can get blown way out of proportion if we even start something small or say something slightly negative, or that can be taken slightly negative. It can just blow up, basically. Um, and then on the same day, we also have Mercury trine to Mars and sextile Pluto. And that can help a little bit with this energy of Mars-Pluto opposition. Communication can help us, or sometimes just doing things with our hands, fixing things with our hands or whatever can help with that energy. On November 2nd, Mercury goes into Sagittarius. And Mercury is not real happy in Sagittarius because it's instant fall in Sagittarius. And it, it can still, help us to expand our knowledge, expand our mental growth in some ways, because that's, what Sagittarius brings kind of as expansion. It can also have us like talking too fast, talking too much, and things like that as well. So watch out for that. And then, it can help us. The problem is with Sagittarius, we can get stuck in our beliefs, and we can think that our beliefs are fact, and there's no anybody else's beliefs do not matter as much as our beliefs because they're wrong. But that's not really true. And so it's important to keep trying to, look at our beliefs and see if maybe there's room for growth there, or if we are just kind of stagnant in our beliefs while Mercury is in Sagittarius. Then on November 5th, Venus trines Chiron and opposes Jupiter. Um, this is a pretty positive energy. Number one, whenever you have aspects with the two benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, even if they're negative aspects like an opposition, it can it can still bring really positive energy and just make us feel happy and feel like everything is going our way. And and because Chiron is also involved in a trine with Venus, this can help heal our wounds, especially around our self-image. Um, and anyway, the only thing that you really need to watch out for with Venus and Jupiter together is maybe overindulgences. And so just be cognizant of the overindulgences, and this should be a really great energy. Then Venus squares Mars on the 9th, and then goes into Capricorn and then it goes into Capricorn. Just be careful of deception. when Venus squares Neptune, because that can be an energy of, people manipulating you so you don't see what's going on. But it can also help you to really be tolerant in relationships. And anyway, when Venus goes into Capricorn, that can really help us in our career, especially for Aries rising, because your Capricorn is your 10th house of career. So it might make you feel a lot better about your career, and feel that your career is a lot better, is, more satisfying. And that is on the 11th, that Capricorn with Venus will go into Capricorn. So after the 11th, you might just feel a lot better about your career and the path that you're on career-wise, or your public image. Then Mercury will square Saturn on November 12th. And that could block communication or just cause delays around communication. Or, if you're going on a trip or planning a trip, it could cause difficulties or delays around that as well. The Taurus full moon on the 15th is normally grounding and stabilizing, but because it's conjunct Uranus, there might be real unexpected changes or surprises. And it's hard to tell what it is, because Uranus, it's hard to see ahead of time what's coming with Uranus. Then the sun will square Neptune on the 18th, and this could bring some fogginess or deception around, our beliefs, and because sun is in Sagittarius at that point, and well, actually it's still in Scorpio, so it could be more like, debt, taxes, things that we get from other people, like from our own money we earn from our own business, or inheritance, things like that. There could be something that you can't see regarding those things. Then Pluto is going to go back into Aquarius on the 19th. And Pluto's been kind of going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn, and it was in Capricorn for like 14 years. And now it's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years. And this is kind of a big deal, because we won't see Pluto in Capricorn again in our lifetime. So this is kind of our last chance before the 19th to kind of get things finalized, or any transformation that we need to do in that area. We need to make sure we're looking at that and can get it finalized before Pluto goes into Aquarius on the 19th. And Capricorn is your career, and your public image. So anything around that, it'd be good to look at and see if you need to let go of something there so that you can bring in transformation. Also on the 19th, the sun will trine Mars. So this is also about transformation, but in the area of home, because Mars is in your home, in your 4th house in Cancer. But Pluto is in your 10th house of career, so it could also affect you there. And again, we're looking at transformation and power struggles or things like that. And it could shine a light when the sun trines Mars on what is going on there, and help you see what needs to be changed. Then the sun will trine North Node on the 24th. And this will make it easier for us to understand kind of what we're fated to do. We might be able to see more clearly our fated path in life. And then when Mercury goes in retrograde on the 25th, Um, well, keep in mind Mercury is in Sagittarius when it goes retrograde. So Sagittarius is kind of the holiday season, all the spending and overindulgence and shopping and all that kind of thing. So when it goes retrograde, it's good not to spend too much. It's good to think about, because whatever you buy or whatever you do, you might have to redo it. You might have to take it back. Might not be what you expect it to be. So it's good to hold off on those decisions until the 15th, December 15th, when Mercury goes direct again. But Mercury is in pre-shadow on the 9th. So it's probably best to try to do any shopping ahead of time before the 9th, or wait till after the 15th, if you can do that. This month really is about transformation. There's a lot of Pluto and Scorpio aspects, and that really does help us to transform our life where we need to, and let go of things that aren't working for us anymore, so that we can go in a different path or bring in things that are going to work for us. Anyway, that's all I have for November. Be sure to like and subscribe. And also, you can go to my website at logicalastrology.com, where there are plenty of great free things like forecasts for each sign, weekly, monthly, and you can also book a reading with me, so you can get a more specific reading just for you. Have a great month.